To our TV show with Rusty at the wheel. Oh yeah!
Dave, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Good, Rusty. How are you?
I'm going very well. Now, we're here in Albury for the Ford Capriciation. You've got your 1971 Mark I Ford Capri in the Cobra colours, mate.
Correct.
Looking fantastic. How do you like this car?
Mate, I love it. It's been a project I've been working on for about 15 years now. I bought it back just after the turn 2000.
Yeah.
I actually wanted an XA or XB coupe. Couldn't afford one.
Right.
So this was about the only other coupe that Ford built that carried the GT badge. So that's where it all started. And I decided to do it in the Cobra colours because it's a colour scheme that I've always loved.
Now, did the Capri come out in the Cobra colours or not, or is this is your customisation for the car?
This is purely my idea of customisation for the car, so never at any time did it come out in these colours.
All right. Now, as some of the Ford Capri purists, what do they think of it?
I think a lot of them would scoff at this, but as you know, in the classic and muscle car scene, everybody's idea is different. So this is my idea of what a Capri could have been.
Yeah, and that's very important for people at home to realise that, you know, your car is your car. Make it what you want, enjoy it, love it, be passionate about it, and drive it. That's the main thing.
That's exactly right, mate. It's and this does get driven. It doesn't get hidden. So, yeah, she's at the moment. It's got a 351 Cleveland in it.
Oh.
Just shy of 500 horsepower, fully engineered, and it's got a host of other things, including electric power steering. It's got a 9-inch diff in it, a C10 auto out of a Bronco. Mate, it's pretty bulletproof.
Right. Now, you've actually built this car yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Mate, you've done a top job on it.
Thank you, Rusty. It's not a high dollar car, but it's got a lot of love in it over the years.
Well, apart from being a lot of love put into it, it actually looks really, really smick. So I think Capri should have brought them out in the Cobra colours.
I think they would have sold a few.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what was the car like when you first got it?
It was just a rusted out body shell.
Yeah.
And it stayed that way. It took me several years to get it rust free. And then that and the painting stage took a long time.
Yeah.
And it all came together mechanically after about 10 years. Finally hit the road after about 14 years.
Right, so how long has it been on the road for?
This is its third year of registration on club plates, and I've done so far over 4,000 miles in it.
Oh, mate, you're driving the wheels off it then, Dave.
I am, mate, I am. I'm loving it.
All right, now, how'd the V8 fit in there, the 351?
Oh, it was pretty tricky. Not a lot of people put Clevelands in Capris because there's a lot of issues with brakes and boosters and all that sort of thing, steering racks, exhausts, all those kind of things. But I worked with an engineer in Melbourne by the name of Archie Robinson.
Yeah.
And between us, we got it sorted.
What are some of the special features that you've done in this particular car?
All right, look, I think probably the biggest thing I can take credit for is the locking petrol cap. It was taken off a motorcycle, so grafted it onto the C-pillar, and it's a nice flush fit. It's probably not something you'd see on any other car.
Right, so you cut the panel?
Yes, I did, yeah. I welded that in back in the stage where I was getting all the rust cut out and all the panels nice and straight. So, yeah, it was one of the early jobs.
All right, so what gave you the idea of actually using a bike fuel cap to put on a car?
Probably just that it fitted my theme of going down the road of having a car that's different.
Okay, so obviously not only the paint scheme for the Cobra, but also there's subtle differences of this car that you've made your own, haven't you?
Yes, I have, yeah. Things like power steering. I've got a Mark II Capri power steering rack in it, and I'm using a Mercedes A-Class electric pump, which I've hidden under the guard, so there's no pulleys and belts.
Yeah.
I'm using an electric water pump, so it sort of keeps the engine bay a little bit freer of some of that clutter that you get in a lot of them.
All right. And what have you done with the interior of this car?
The interior was completely done in it's the Ford vinyl from 1971.
Yeah.
Managed to track some of that down, and I've just got blue Cobra inserts put in, and all that was done by Cameron down at Western Port Trimming.
Yeah, okay, good on you, Cameron from Western Port Trimming. A bit of a plug there.
Yep, good on you, Cam. Love your work.
And what about the stereo system, got? Because you got a bit of a stereo, because you'd have to actually have a good one to be able to get over the noise of the engine.
That's right, mate. It's just a Pioneer system. I've got a subby in the boot and a couple of fairly big speakers on the parcel shelf, but don't worry too much about that because the music starts when you turn the key.
Oh, beautiful. I couldn't have said it better, mate. Well done. Now, how have you enjoyed your weekend here for Albury for the Ford Capriciation?
Yeah, look, this has been in planning through the Capri Club for probably 2 years now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in the club who worked very hard to get us here today.
Yeah.
I'd like to say thanks to any person in the club that's had anything to do with the organisation, but it's a great day, a great celebration of the Ford Capri. So,
All right, mate. Well, I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper. Enjoy your day here in beautiful sunny Albury, and it's been a pleasure to see your
thanks,
Cobra,
Rusty.
mate.
Love your show.
Cheers.